What's up, Dragon Brood? So today we're bringing a different type of counters deck. We put up one a couple of days ago that was what we'll call smaller and lower to the ground. This one's actually bringing the heavies. You know, it seems to be the theme for the last few creature decks I built, but we're going big this time. And we're going to look at something a little bit different, a few more interesting cards, and see what M21 brings to this type of strategy. But before we get into that, remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell because that helps out a bunch. But while y'all do that, I'll get things set up and we can look at the deck. So just going a quick rundown of the list here. Being honest, I kind of wish I was playing more on the lower end, but you know, you can only squeeze in so many 1s and 2s. So we're going with Pelt Collector at 1, Barkhide Troll, Scavenging Ooze, and Conclave Mentor really are the 3s we're looking for, though there's a couple of Watley's Raptors hanging out in there. Now this is the most interesting new card here, the Invigorating Surge. I've already had multiple games just on early release or early access where when we played this, we were able to end the game sometimes one shot. It was almost like a one-turn kill once something has 6 or 8 counters on it. So we're going to be expecting some big things from this card today. Enough that we're playing 4 of them. Playing Yorvo for 2, mostly because it's legendary. I mean, not much else there. A couple of Gem Raisers. This really serves a couple of functions here. The first, obviously, is that you can use it to get rid of artifacts and enchantments. However, it does give stuff trample, and when you're able to get all these extra counters on it, having trample is super important. Vivian's Arcbow gives us another way to kill things if we just feel we get stuck, but it also does give you trample as well, giving you that counter. Playing 1 Great Hinge just because we're greedy, and 4 Stone Coil Serpents. Then we're playing a couple of Primal Mites. This doesn't actually add counters, but it makes a large creature even larger and allows you to take down a defender, and if you already have trample, it's super good. Wildwood Scourge, this obviously is just counters with counters, and then the same thing here with Voracious Hydra. Lands, we actually went pretty simple here with 3 Plains, 2 Castle Garenbrig, 11 Forests, 4 Temple Garden, 2 Temple of Plenty. So nothing too surprising here. It's sort of what you would expect these types of lists to look like, but does it hold up? Don't know. Let's go find out. Now we're going to have to mulligan this one. This one we'll keep, get rid of Vivian. Put that in tapped. Okay, what do I want to do here? We could do this for 1. And then next turn, Pelt Collector, Conclave Mentor, which would make this into a 2/2. Then could possibly Watley's Raptor. I mean, we might be too far behind by then. Because anything they make this turn is going to make those Pelt Collectors into 2/2s. Oh, that's actually great for it. That could have been lots worse. Alright. And that works out that there's a creature in the graveyard now, so we can Scavenging Ooze up to a 4/4. Not anymore. Still have the biggest creature on the table, though, so I will take that exchange for the time being. And we're going to go ahead and turn this guy into a 4/4 right now and get that extra life out of the deal. And then we're going to attack for 3, because if the opponent wants to trade, we're all about it. And we can turn Pelt Collector into a 6/6. Sure. Opponent didn't seem like they wanted any of the action there, which is interesting. So are we just waiting for an Embercleave next turn? If so, do we want to set up in a way that we just turn this into a 5 and this into a 4? And then split the attacks? Alright, we're going to go big and hope to draw a land next turn. See if maybe that's where we want to be. Sorry, y'all. I'm going to take a step away for a second. Try to clear that noise behind me. That's much better. Alright. Well, that kills part of that plan, though we do get a big Pelt Collector. It does turn off the possibility of an Embercleave, which is great because they'll still lose Questing Beast here. They want to cycle cards in their hand. Kind of okay with that. They got rid of a Gruul Spellbreaker, which could have been real bad for us. So I don't hate that. Let's go ahead and kill this, and we'll just take some damage. So we know there's a giant, and they're down a Spellbreaker. That is information that shouldn't be wasted. Alright, so we can turn this into a 2/2, which comes in as a 3/3. And then we can Watley's Raptor. Alright, no attacks. Almost wish they would have Embercleaved last turn, though, because we would have survived it and still could have done this. Now it's more dangerous because they have the Questing Beast still hiding out over there. Robber of the Rich, sure. Opponent wants to attack with just those. They're not going to get a benefit off Galea. Oh, yeah, they will, because they don't have anything to discard. Barkide Troll. Alright, don't really care about that. This looks like a weirdly bad Desperation attack from the opponent. Not sure what they were hoping was going to happen here. Yeah, I was going to say, now we get to start turning things around. Okay. We go first. This doesn't really do much, but I'm going to keep it anyway. Which is probably going to be a bad idea. But we do have a bunch of things that cost 1, 2, and 3 that we can draw fairly easily. Now, speaking of which, there's one right on time. Okay, well, I'm assuming they're going to be incentivized to kill Scavenging Ooze, because anything playing this stuff is partially going to be trying to load their graveyard, I would imagine. But I could also be very, very wrong. Alright, so pay 2. Let's put this into play. Just so we can attack for 5. And if the opponent wants to race, let's do it. Don't have Breach, we just have Vigilance with the Watley's Raptor. Alright, opponent's at 11. Choosing to opt. I mean, we're at a point where this is almost going to do something here. Because you could turn this into a +1. So that'd be 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's lethal, actually. Oh, not with that in the way. Alright, so now we need to draw a land for Vivian. Would be the goal. Oh, they left those both on top. Tough. Alright, we're going to take our 2. Just for sport, let's go ahead and remove some things. Alright, we did get the land. So the question becomes, how do we use this? Because if we attack, I mean, we could just kill that. Then again, for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that'd be pretty close to ending the game. If we put 2 counters on these and then attacked, opponent could chump block here. Ah, so many choices. I think we just do this and let Vivian die, right? Because we can just win with this next turn. Because this would get trample. Okay, opponent sees it too. Okay, we have a couple of Temple of Plenties here, which are not great for us. But we're going to keep it. Get this first one in. Sure, I guess we'll keep that. I think the plan here is just going to be to play Stone Coil on 2, play the Temple of Plenty, and then maybe see what happens with these Watley's Raptors to pump it up. Sure. That sort of changes the plan a little bit. I think the plan will be to Wildwood Scourge, though it's probably just going to end up getting shot, is the worst part. There's not a lot you can do about it. Alright. Why not? Oh, they didn't have it. Wow. Sometimes they just don't have it, team. And you just got to do what you can do. Okay. Well, that changes things pretty significantly. Alright, Raptor. I mean, they could still have just Storm's Wrath here, which is totally reasonable. Yep. Not a surprise. And I think here we're just gonna doot. Keep us protected from any multicolor stuff, which would still be nice. Alright, Burrow's annoying. Don't have much in their yard, so that's kind of fine. Well, let's see if this gets countered. It does not. Alright.
And I will survive you. I'd get out of the way if I were you.
Alright, 5 damage. I mean, I guess the opponent... Alright, there's a Nissa. That's reasonable.
Protect the virtue of this world. Behold, nature's true power.
Oh, they're not even trying to kill Vivian, so they're just letting Nissa die. So I wonder what this means. Does this mean they're just trying to go to Ugin? 2, 4, 6, 9 lands? Oh, 8. So if they decide to Ugin, though, it doesn't kill the Stonecoil Serpent. I'm confused. But if we think we're just going to lose Vivian, do we just kill their land? Ugh. What do we do here? I feel like this. And then we kill the land. Oh, we can just kill the Nissa. But if we kill the land, then they can't Ugin if we kill Nissa. If we attack them, then that's 1 attack step from dead. This is probably the wrong path, but...
Watch out. They bite. I
in need of rest.
Alright, let's see what happens. I mean, technically we still have lethal on the table. Alright, there's the Ugin we thought we were going to see.
An opportunity to act rashly.
Anger only gets me so far.
Oh, did Stone Cold Serpent just win?
Can be undone.
Yeah, buddy. Take that, Ugin. Alright, this feels like the most normal hand we've gotten so far, so let's try this. Mess with this little dog's little crystal over here. This is the most mundane of them. Usually if you do something to them, they like bark at you or something. Alright, or our opponent's just AFK. We'll see. Anyway, while we have a moment, I just want everybody to go check out my sponsor, Cardsphere.com. It's a great place where you can go buy, sell, trade your Magic cards, and they only have a 1% transaction fee, which is very cool. And you pretty much get to put in the price you want to sell your stuff at and the price you want to buy stuff at, and it just automatically pairs you up, so you don't have to go looking for people. It's actually kind of the easiest way to find what you're looking for within your budget. And if there's nobody who's within your budget, you can adjust your numbers. If you're not within anybody else's budget, let's say you're sitting on a card too long, you can adjust the price too, and eventually have takers. Alright, looks like our opponent's back, mulligan down, and we're off to the races with this Pelt Collector. Alright, we're going to go Barkeye Troll. We're going to try to get a lot of damage in here because we're going to come down with Yorvo on 2. Even if we have to... Well, actually I say that. If we do this and this, that also pumps that Pelt Collector. We get in for 6, opponents is at 12, and we'd have a 3/3/3s and a 2/2, which would all be getting pumped to 4/4s and a 3/3. Oh boy. Yorvo's nice, but it may not be. Thing is, though, the Yorvo just outright kills a questing beast if they have it. So that's fine. And the fact that we can turn all these into 4/4s would make questing beast just a non-threat. Yeah, sadly, I think the opponent needs an additional thing on the board this turn. Or this isn't even much of anything. Alright. I mean, maybe they have a removal card of some kind. They do have Paradise Druid. They may have only gotten green lands, but nope. I guess they saw the writing on the wall. Okay, we'll keep this. This isn't terribly exciting, but we do get to go first, which means just playing a Naked Conclave Mentor isn't the worst thing. You know what I wonder? If secretly Wizards decided to make these produce different sounds so you can play music on them. I don't know if that's true. But like, I kind of like the idea of having some interactive things, and I wonder if that just sort of got hidden in there. I'm probably just way overthinking it, but it's a neat idea. Alright, I'm going to assume this is going to die, but let's see. Can we get a 5/5 Yorvo one time? Probably not. Oh, just main deck Noctis Graph, okay. I mean, that's not the worst thing when you know people are playing all of these different Nissas and Uros. That's justifiable. -4/-4 on my Yorvo? Nope, just a Rotting Regisaur. Alright. I mean, we're going to set up in a situation we're going to try to one-shot the opponent with a big Yorvo. I mean, depending on what we draw, if the opponent swings and we don't block, we could potentially kill them. Well, not really, because we don't have any tramplers. So that doesn't do it yet, actually. Let's hold this thought. Like, if we were to take 7 this once, we would put a counter on this next turn, turn it into a 7 or a 5/5, then double the number of counters, turns it into an 8/8, and we'd still be able to defend it. All right, no blocks. Let's make you find a way to deal with some things too, opponent. We're both pretty low on... Oh, that's a big one. Ooh. What do we do here? Oh, and a second Invigorating Surge. This is so good. So we get 2 options next turn, depending on what the opponent does. So I say here, we just attack with Yorvo. If Yorvo dies, so be it. Okay, so if we put a counter on Yorvo, let's just see. That'd make him an 8/8. Then we double it to make it 16. Probably not worth doing here. See what the opponent does. Nothing. Interesting. So they didn't do anything on their turn or my turn. They're just holding lands? This is weird because there's... Yeah, I mean, they did discard a swamp. Alright, setting up a big block. This might get the opponent to scoop here. Might see the exploding head. I mean, we can trade, that's fine. Alright, now we're just going to give our things trample, plus Watley's Raptor has Vigilance. Actually, do I even want to do that? What if we just put them all on Yorvo? Nah, we'll do this, because then it just produces more damage if they do block. That's fine.
This'll be fun to watch.
Don't think the opponent comes back from this. Alright, they're at 4. Alright, but Rankle doesn't really do anything. You can't attack with it. You know we have Vivian. Sure. Draw a card, sacrifice a creature, sure. And then just die to Yorvo? Yeah, I'm not sure what they were hoping to draw there with just the 1 mana, but I mean, I guess you got to give yourself a shot. But Cling to Dust. All right, you gain 3. Yeah, like there's literally nothing. So that was actually pretty fun. You know, that Invigorating Surge is huge. We didn't get to cast the Primal Might, so that's a little disappointing. Conclave Mentor only really came into use once, I think, in those games. I have to go back and watch when I'm editing here, but yeah, the deck's pretty good. I think, again, you have to balance when to use each of the spells, because it's just hard to pick the right spots to use to maximize your counters. Like, sometimes you need to go as fast as possible, other times you need stuff in the event of, say, like a board sweeper or something like that. And don't be afraid to lean on Vivian sometimes to bail you out. But yeah, don't forget also when dealing with Ugin, that's a thing you got to see too, that you may have to save those Stonecoil Serpents for that very reason. Once they sweep the board, you still have something on the table. And I mean, I guess in that case where you draw the Invigorating Surge, you can just end the game. But you also want to be able to just tack Ugin down. So that's one of the defenses there. But that's going to do it. Remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and come on back because we have lots to watch on the channel. Matter of fact, if you're new, we saw a lot of people. We had a surge of subscriptions the last few days. Thank you for that. Feel free to check the back catalog of videos. There is a ton of stuff here. Even some deck types, there's multiple videos. And sometimes we just do interviews and things with LGS owners and whatnot. So lots to check out here on the channel if you're new here. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.